Have you ever noticed why some people never post pictures online? No selfies, no birthday photos, no occasions updates whatsoever. In a world where sharing has become the norm, these people almost feel like mysteries. And many assume they are shy, they are insecure, or you can call them antisocial. But here's the twist. Psychology says the opposite. People who don't post their life online often have some of the strongest emotional foundations. More confidence, more self awareness, and deeper mental balance than we think. Let's dive into the real psychology behind the people who choose not to post pictures on social media. The first reason could be privacy over popularity. Researchers call it a high privacy orientation. These individuals aren't antisocial, they simply value control over who see their world. While many people post updates because they enjoy reactions, comments, validations, and to a certain point of the time, maybe the being famous. Their happiness isn't tied to like those people who don't post. Their privacy matters. Their identity isn't shaped by what others think. They post less not because they are hiding, because they are protecting their mental peace. Privacy is not a weakness, it's a form of power. In a society obsessed with visibility, choosing to stay low key is a sign of someone who feels secure without attention. The second reason could be, or the second section of it could be strong sense of self. Psychologists have a term self concept clarity. It simply means knowing who you are and what matters to you. People who post less often falls into this category. They don't feel like they need to prove anything or constantly remind others of their achievements. They are not chasing trends, they are not comparing their lives to someone else and like someone else highlight reels. Instead of their sense of identity comes from within. They are the people who can sit with themselves, be honest with themselves, or you can say and stay strong or stay grounded even when the world is noisy. They are rare, and it's one of the biggest psychologists or the psychological strength a person can have. The section 3 could be emotional security. There is a huge misconception online that person doesn't post, maybe they are insecure. Actually, studies suggest the opposite. People who rarely post often have what psychologists call secure self-esteem, a form of confidence that doesn't need recognition to survive. They don't post selfies to feel attractive, they don't post achievements to feel successful, or they already feel complete. Their worth doesn't need public proof, and the emotional stability makes them less anxious, less approval seeking, and more focused on real life goals. The section 4 of it could be, you can call them deep thinkers, not show offs. Here's something interesting. People who stay quiet online tend to be deep thinkers. I don't know if I can agree on that one. Not because they're avoiding social media, but because they think before they speak. Psychologists describe this using a concept called internal locus of evaluation. What is the meaning of it? They evaluate themselves by their own standards, not by the reaction of others. These individuals prefer genuine conversation over surface level interactions. They share less, not because they don't have a life, but because they want their online presence to be international, sorry, intentional, meaningful, and real. Their silence is actually thoughtful. Section 5 of it could be understanding the digital illusion. That's interesting. The digital illusion part. There's also a strategic side to this behavior. Many people who avoid posting simply understand how social media works. Psychologists call it social comparison theory. The tendency to measure our worth by comparing ourselves to others highlights reels. People who stay low key understand that what we see online isn't real life. It's a filter, cropped, edited, sometimes exaggerated, but Staying offline, they protect themselves from unnecessary comparison, pressure to perform, and the constant race for attention. And sorry, a constant race for attention. They choose peace over performance. So from this section, what I really feel is not blaming everyone, but I'm just saying those. I also post on social media, especially on the IG. I mean, the world is too good to be true on social sites. Let's move on to the conclusion. So, the next time you see someone who never posts pictures, don't assume they are shy, don't assume they are hiding, don't assume they are socially disconnected. They might be more self aware, more emotionally secure, more grounded, and more confident than most people online. They don't need to be seen to feel seen. And in a world where everyone is trying to be visible, their quiet confidence is rare and powerful. If you love understanding human behavior, why people think the way they think, and why we act the way we do, make sure you subscribe. And I will get back to you with the next video, I guess. Thank you so much for listening.